day, everyone, and welcome to the RDZ Sports Channel with your boy RDZ. We in the building today. Please hit that like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you'll be on the loop whenever I drop a new video. Oh man, let's get it in. Let's get it in, baby. Let's talk about. I want to highlight a player, Samuel Cosby. Samuel Cosby has been steady. He's been real steady. Since week 13, he's only given up one quarterback pressure at the guard position. And I don't think we know how important Samuel Cosby is, although the offensive line as a whole don't tell you the full story. It makes everybody on the offensive line looks bad, but Samuel Cosby has been playing his tail off, although we don't have no Pro Bowlers on our team, and deservedly so. He's been playing at a Pro Bowl level since week 13. Samuel Cosby, since being switched to the guard position, he's been holding steady and solid all year long. You know what I'm saying? He had a few hiccups early on in the mid portion of the season. He had a couple of goof plays, but for the most part, I'll give him a grade of 80. You know what I mean? Overall grade of 80%. And that's good compared to the other offensive linemen. Grades of me personally grading them on a scale of 1 to 100. All those guys are at below 50%. And you can put them anywhere below 50%. You know what I'm saying? Other than Samuel Cosby, he's been the only steady rock for us on that offensive line. Me preferably, I'll prefer that we pick someone maybe in the offensive lineman, like with the first pick in the second round, early on in the second round. That'll be a great move, you know, getting a highly tighted offensive lineman. And I got a few in mind who I want them to pick early in that second round, but I'll enclose that after the Cowboys game, like maybe about a week or two after the Cowboys game, we can start diving into at least on my channel about the upcoming draft picks and some of the people, my mock draft, some of the people who I want them to draft. You know, last year I did my first one. Emmanuel Forbes was really high on my list, and I still believe in Emmanuel Forbes, although he got torched this season. But I think with good coaching, I think Emmanuel Forbes will be a productive player for us for years to come, at least his first 4 years in his rookie contract. I do believe that I'm still rooting for Emmanuel Forbes. I know a lot of you Commanders fans pretty much gave up on Emmanuel Forbes, but I haven't given up on Emmanuel Forbes. I just think he needs to work on his technique. He's got the speed. That's first and foremost. Emmanuel Forbes has the speed. He just got to work on his technique and get stronger. Guys like A.J. Brown just manhandled him and had his way with him. It wasn't because he couldn't keep up with him. It was just the savvy veteran experience. And you know, he just manipulated him and just exploited his weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? He knew he'd go for the double move. He got him a couple of times. 2 games he got him with a double move. The other ones he just manhandled him. You know what I mean? He used basketball moves, post up basketball moves against Emmanuel Forbes. And like I said, man, we got some promising young players, just like Rodriguez, the running back. I'm really feeling Rodriguez. I think we got something there. You know what I mean? Not saying that they shouldn't draft the running back, because I know Antonio Gibson, they probably won't re-sign Antonio Gibson. Robinson, I think they will keep him. Rodriguez, they will keep him, but that's not going to stop them from drafting the running back and making it a competition and seeing what you got and see what it could bring. See if it could bring the best out of all 3 of those guys. I'm rooting for that. I really am looking forward to that. You know, them drafting the number running back somewhere in the 6th round, somewhere around about that spot right there. That's what we got Chris Rodriguez from, like the 5th or 6th round. And you can get some production from there, because a lot of running backs is going to get passed up. That don't mean that they're not good. It's just like people don't want to draft running backs in the 1st round because they don't want to pay them that money. Unless it's a running back that you cannot refuse, like a Saquon Barkley type, you know what I mean? Somebody like that you can't refuse in the 1st round, then that's something different. But most of the time, they usually go, if they go high, they go in the 2nd round, 3rd, and so on and so forth. But I think we got some promising young pieces. It remains to be seen what's going to go on with Jamon Davis. I don't know what's the story going to be with him going into next season's, being as though he got, charges on him. And, is it going to be disciplinary in action moving forward for next year? Is he going to be suspended for some games? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Is the NFL going to take a deep dive into it and decide they want to do something? It remains to be seen. Is he going to face criminal? I don't know. I don't know what Jamon Davis, the story is on Jamon Davis, but he's got a tremendous upside also. I think he'll be going into his 3rd or 4th season next year. Like I said, it all depends on the coaching staff that they get, especially on the defense side of the ball. When you talk the talks of Jamon Davis and Emmanuel Forbes, the linebacker coach, what's it going to look like? The secondary coach, what's it going to look like? The defensive coordinator, what's that going to look like? What scheme they're going to run? Is they going to go to the 3-4? Do they want to run the 4-3? Who knows what it's going to look like? But I do know this. We do need to draft a linebacker, with that 2nd pick in the 2nd round. We need to go linebacker, and also the 3rd round, we need to get some defensive ends. We need to get another offensive tackle. I mean, so many things. Do we want to draft back? Do we want to draft the quarterback with the 1st pick in the 1st round? Do we want to draft back so we can get more picks? That remains to be seen. It's a lot to uncover, a lot to talk about, and I want you guys to leave it in the comments. Help me out here. This is our page. This is not just my channel. It's our page. I want you guys to engage. Hit the like button. Hit the comment. Let's engage. Let's talk about it. What you guys think? Because I know what direction I want us to go. I want us to get some picks on that offensive line. At first I was screaming for, we still can stand a chance of drafting a wide receiver. It's so many directions and there's so many holes on this team that we need to fill, especially on that offensive line. Drafting a quarterback, we need that, offensive line, we need that, because drafting a quarterback don't mean nothing if you don't have offensive linemen to block for him. So it's a lot to uncover, man. It's so many things that we need. Where to start? Where do we start? You know what I mean? I say 60% of the fans want us to draft a quarterback, and I think I'm in that 60%. We need to draft quarterback first. I know I was a big Sam Howell fan, this, that, and the 4th. But Sam Howell digressed during the season. He started off solid, pretty strong, but he tailed off, and he tailed off mightily. You know what I mean? I can see if you had some up and down games. One game you kind of off, and another game you back to your old self, and another game he didn't even have no helter-skelter games the last 7 or 8 games. They were all bad. You know what I mean? And it remains to be seen how he plays tomorrow. But going up against a Dallas defense, a Dallas team that's playoff hungry, and they fighting for 1st place, they fighting for a bye in the 1st round of playoffs, man, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow, and a tough hill to climb with Sam Howell going up against that Dallas defense. That'll tell us a lot. If he could finish off strong, then it'll look hopeful for Sam Howell. But a lot of fans still don't want Sam Howell. They seen enough. They don't want no more of Sam Howell. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, where do we start? That's what I want to hear from you fans. Where do we start other than quarterback? If you guys got an opinion of other than quarterback, and what's the plan for the quarterback position? I don't want, a lot of Sam Howell fans is going to be biased, and they're going to say, well, we need Sam Howell need protection. He needs an offensive line, this, that, and the fourth. But some of those plays, you guys look at it, man. Is Sam Howell done mentally? Did all those sacks kind of curve this learning? You know what I'm saying? A little bit, slightly a little bit. Did it make him gun shy? Those are the questions. So I want to hear feedback from you guys. You know what I mean? Cornerback, another cornerback, because Kendall Fuller, is this his last year or next year's last year? I haven't done my research to find out. I believe he may be coming up on his last season with us. You know what I mean? Safety, like I said in the last one other video, I said Defoe. I'm still curious to see what's going on with Defoe. I want to see him. You know what I mean? Butler, he's a special team guy to me. Keep him on special teams, back up, second, third string. He's not a starter. He's proven that during the season. He just take bad angles, too many bad angles, and he's not a great tackler. We need tacklers on our defense. We need to start drafting guys that can really tackle and hone in on their craft. A lot of these guys we got, man, they take bad angles and they can't tackle, and their awareness. Ron Rivera, I know I'm all over the place with this, but still, Ron Rivera draft a lot of good guys. He don't draft guys that actually know how to play, got football IQ is out the roof. You know what I'm saying? Great awareness. He don't draft guys like that. He draft guys that got military background, good people. Good people don't win you football games, Ron Rivera. You've been doing this, the last 4 draft picks you had, Ron Rivera. You draft good people, good young men. But those guys can't play. They haven't panned out. You know what I mean? So you caused this demise for yourself. And I'm going to get, after the season, I'm going to make a video about Ron Rivera and the reason why he fell to the bottom of the pits. He caused that himself. No one helped him. He did it all himself. He had this organization and this fan base in the palm of his hands. All he had to do was make him and his crew, as far as like all his personnel department, his scouting department. All you guys had to do was pick the best players. These four drafts that you guys had, you passed up on so many good players, man. So many good players. And you're paying for it right now. You never addressed the linebacker position at all. At all. You draft Jamon Davis, but you didn't have a good defense coordinator or good linebacker coach to bring the young man along, to develop him. So a lot of this stuff is on Ron Rivera. He has nobody to blame but himself. The owner sat up there and gave you a golden opportunity. He said, I'll give you this season right here, Ron Rivera. Show me what you got. You got the fan base back on your side. You didn't want a quarterback. Hey, you wanted to roll with Sam Howell? Cool. I let you go ahead and get Eric Bieniemy. Well, he ain't let him, because Eric Bieniemy, he already hired Eric Bieniemy before the owner came about. But you got a brand new offense coordinator. You said that other offense coordinator wasn't good enough, so you got rid of him. I said, okay, I looked at your moves. I said, okay, he making moves. Okay, he's fired this guy. Okay, he brought in this guy. Okay, cool. Let's see what he do. Let's see what he does. Magic Johnson had faith in you. The whole ownership had faith in you. They said you was their guy. And they rolled with you, And look what you did. You puked all over the field, man. And you puked every single week. The Buffalo game really exploited Commanders, the Buffalo Bills. And from there on, we never regained anything other than that. Those 2 Philadelphia Eagles games and that Atlanta game, we really haven't shown for none of the remaining games on that schedule. You can say Seattle a little bit, you know what I mean? But, that's neither here nor there. Other than that, they predicted us, the record that we have. They predicted that the experts, the so-called picking experts, they picked us to go 5-12, 4-11, 3. I think one of them even had us going as far as 3-14 or something like that. And we proved them right. Once again, we always proving these guys, these experts, right. You know, we couldn't even make it to 7 wins this season. That's been Ron Rivera. He's been holding his hat on that one, you know, for the last 3 years. You know, he's been holding his hat on 7, 8, 7. You know, now this time he finally goofed up with a big old 4, you know. So we'll see, man. There's more to talk about. You know, I'll be on here after the Cowboys game tomorrow to get my thoughts on how the game went. Anyway, you guys, that's all I got. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. Please like, share, and subscribe. Your first time watching the video. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys. This is DJ signing off. Peace.